friends, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. This is probably my favorite month to make a TBR because my birthday is July 2nd. And since I started doing YouTube, the way that I read things has definitely changed because I have to read certain things to make certain content. So I don't always get to read exactly what I want when I want to. Sometimes things that are less important for my agenda get put on the back burner. But in July, since it's my birthday month, I like to put those on my good front burner. I'm bringing this stuff up to my front right burner, and yeah, this is what I'm gonna read this month. Things that I've been really looking forward to and just haven't had the time yet. Okay, so first I'm gonna get into the two new releases that I want to read this month. The first one, let's see, it comes out towards the end of the month, so I'm hoping it will be here with enough time for me to get to it. If it doesn't, then I guess I will just push it back to August, but I'm really hoping it gets here in time for me to have enough time to read it because I think it is also kind of a chunkier book. This is The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. I'm very excited to read this. So this says, long ago, Nathan lived in a house in the country with his abusive father and never told his family what happened there. Long ago, Maddie was a little girl making dolls in her bedroom when she saw something she shouldn't have and is trying to remember that lost trauma by making haunting sculptures. Long ago, something sinister, something hungry, walked in the tunnels and the mountains and the coal mines of their hometown in rural Pennsylvania. Now, Nate and Maddie Graves are married and they have moved back to their hometown with their son Oliver. And now, what happened long ago is happening again, and it is happening to Oliver. He meets a strange boy who becomes his best friend, a boy with secrets of his own and a taste for dark magic. This dark magic puts him at the heart of a battle of good versus evil and a fight for the soul of the family and perhaps for all the world. But the Graves family has a secret weapon in this battle, their love for one another. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. I have read 3 of Chuck Wendig's books. I've read The Wanderers, which, oh my god, was so excellent. And I've read the first 2 books in his Miriam Black series. I really need to, I just need to buy the 3rd book so I can continue on with that. He's such an excellent writer. He's got such a creative mind, and I can't wait to see what horrors he brings us in this one. And then the next new release I will almost certainly get to because it comes out mid-month. This is The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. So the synopsis for this says, in horror movies, the final girl is the one who's left standing when the credits roll, the one who fought back, defeated the killer, and avenged her friends, the one who emerges bloodied but victorious. But after the sirens fade and the audience moves on, what happens to her? Lynette Tarkington is a real-life final girl who survived a massacre 22 years ago, and it has defined every day of her life since. And she's not alone. For more than a decade, she's been meeting up with 5 other actual final girls and their therapist in a support group for those who survived the unthinkable, putting their lives back together piece by piece. That is, until one of the women misses a meeting and Lynette's worst fears are realized. Someone knows about the group and is determined to take their lives apart again, piece by piece. Okay, what? Okay, so very excited. Love the final girl trope. I mean, it only makes sense that somebody who is actually a final girl would need an extensive amount of therapy. So I'm excited for this one too. I also love Grady Hendrix. Is it a coincidence that this comes out for my birthday? Don't think so. Okay, and then books that I have physically in front of me right now. The first one is The People in the Attic by Doretta Johnson, and this is a quote-unquote true haunting story. I love these, even though I'm not sure if I believe in ghosts. These books frighten the shit out of me. So this is about the haunting of Doretta Johnson and her family. And I don't know very much of the specifics. I think I'm going to leave that. I think I'm not going to look into it. I think I'm just gonna read it and absorb it and be terrified. Next on my list is Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. I have been wanting to read Sarah Gailey's books for so long. I have 3 of them now, and I figured before I pick any more up, maybe I should figure out if I like their books. This is about a private investigator who is infiltrating a secret school for mages. So it's kind of like if a private investigator went to Hogwarts, a private investigator muggle. And this seems like it's going to have a lot of fun depth to it. In the synopsis, it says that the private investigator's sister is a mage, and I don't know, that there's been like deaths happening at this school. So I think it's going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to this. It's such a fun cover too. I love the eyeball hand. Okay, and then I would love to pick up Come to Dust by Bracken McLeod. This is a book where dead children start coming back to life. And we follow one girl in particular, Sophie, who lives with her Uncle Mitch. And so she has recently died. When the children start coming back to life, he finds her and they try to run off. And something strange starts happening to these undead children. And I would like to get to the bottom of this. I love a creepy kid story. You guys might know I do love a creepy kid story. It seems like it might be somewhat similar to Suffer the Children by Craig DeLuey, which I also really enjoyed. Next is a novella that I really wanted to get to. Since this came in a Nightworms package, it was so funny when this happened. I had put this in the cart to pre-order it from the publisher's website, but I was also thinking about like other books on the publisher's website, and maybe I would like to, you know, order some of those. So I let it sit, and then I got the Nightworms package for that month that night, and it had this in it, the book that I was going to pre-order. So this is Scanlines by Todd Keasling, and this is a novella about this tape. It's kind of an urban myth about, it's a tape of someone's live TV suicide. So obviously content warning for that. The cover is pretty graphic. If you didn't already guess, that must be what it's about. So this group of friends, they find this so-called urban legend tape, the urban legend of this tape that's supposedly a myth, and they watch it and things go terribly wrong. Yeah, I love sitting down with a novella and just consuming it in one sitting. There's no better feeling. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh my god, you guys. I've got just the best books lined up for this month. Next on my list is Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by LaRocca. This takes place in the early 2000s. I think mostly in a chat room. I could be wrong, but it's about two women who get into a relationship that is just terrible. And that's all I really know about it. It has got the best cover art of this year so far, I think. Holy shit, it is gorgeous. I just want a print of this to hang in my house. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I was flipping through, and some of it is in like a chat room format, which is very exciting to me. I love things with weird formats, weird writing formats. Then, I'm hoping to pick up The Nightly Disease by Max Booth III. I've only read one of his books and really enjoyed it, so I'm looking forward to this. I used to work at a hotel when I was younger, and I did housekeeping, but I would also work the shift that was like afternoon to, it was like 3 to 11 p.m. So I didn't work the night shift, but it was like the time of night where people would be coming back, and they'd be coming back after dinner, and they'd be drunk, or they'd be drinking in their hotel room, or, you know, I'd have to kick people out of the swimming pool, and they'd be upset about it. And so I feel like I had to deal with a lot of the ne'er-do-wells that like the night shift didn't really, because by then most people would be asleep. But this is about a hotel clerk. It says, Isaac, a night auditor of a hotel somewhere in the surreal void of Texas, is sick and tired of his guests. When he clocks in at night, he's hoping for a nice, quiet 8 hours of Netflix binging and occasional masturbation. What he doesn't want to do is fetch anybody extra towels or dive face first into somebody's clogged toilet. And he sure as hell doesn't want to get involved in some trippy owl conspiracy or dispose of any dead bodies. But that's life in the hotel business. Welcome to the Nightly Disease. Please enjoy your stay. So I really don't know what this is going to be about. I just know that it's nighttime hotel stuff and I lived it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this has to offer. Okay, and this one is my 5-star prediction for this month. This is Gideon the Ninth by Tamsyn Muir. I love the name Tamsyn. That's such a good name. So Gideon, I think, is a like reanimated corpse who is in some sort of servitude to somebody, and she's trying to escape, and her escape gets thwarted, so I think she has to like fight her way out of this servitude somehow. I know that there's like necromancy and stuff like that. It's like a dark fantasy. I actually saw one of the blurbs call it science fantasy, which is kind of exciting. So don't really know much about it, but I think I'm gonna love this. Is that weird? Probably. I hope I'm going to love it. I mean, the cover is great. I really want to know. She's wearing sunglasses. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be fun. So then last on this list is a book that I wanted to read last month, didn't quite get to it, and then it really fits in for the buzzword word for this month, which was last. And so this is The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward. I've been meaning to, oh my god, I tried so hard. I just didn't get to it last month. I even have my bookmark in it, a little Cujo bookmark. But this one I'm going to read the synopsis of as well because it's a little bit ambiguous. Like, if I were just to hold this up, I don't know what I would tell you about this. It says, "You won't believe what's inside the last house on Needless Street. This is the story of a murderer, a stolen child, revenge. This is the story of Ted, who lives with his daughter Lauren and his cat Olivia in an ordinary house at the end of an ordinary street. All these things are true, and yet some are lies. You think you know what's inside the last house on Needless Street. You think you've read the story before. In the dark forest at the end of Needless Street, something lies buried, but it's not what you think." What do I think? I don't know. I've heard a lot of good things about this, which I've said before makes me a little bit suspicious, but I'm hoping I love it as much as most people who've read it have. I got this from Book Depository. Tor Nightfire is publishing the US edition, and I think that comes out in September, but you can buy this on Book Depository. They ship from the UK, I believe, so that's where I also get like my editions of Brandon Sanderson's books that have the really interesting covers, and yeah, free shipping. So that is what I plan on reading for my birthday month. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to immediately start in on this shit. I'm so excited. I don't know what to start with first. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've liked any of these books, or if you didn't actually, like if you have any opinion on anything here. No spoilers, of course. I will talk to you guys later. I hope to have some good book reviews this month on some of the newer releases, so keep your eyes out for that. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!